also known as Seawood, here in the beautiful city of Gary, Indiana, and so excited to be with one of our fabulous clients, the YWCA of Northwest Indiana, headed by the amazing Karen Jones. You know, periodically, Karen, I just like to stop by the Y as a member, one, but also as a service to our followers to let people know what's taking place. And so I want to set the stage before you even say a word. The YWCA has been so gracious, so kind, and so skilled to be one of the areas providing a space and resources for e-learning for our students throughout the city as a result of the pandemic. And we'll go and take a look and get photos and video of the young people later. But I wanted to start with you, Karen Jones, for being the author, the receiver, and the overseer of the services that we are providing for our young people. Take it away.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for being here today. And I just want to say it has been our honor and our privilege to be able to service our students here in Gary, and especially with the Gary Community School Corporation with e-learning, because it is so vitally needed. As we see our students coming in and working with them, we see why. And I know that our parents, especially the essential workers, they gotta have a place for childcare.
Yes.
And the YWCA is here for them, and we want to be here for them.
Always have been.
Always been here since March 16th when all this first started, when they shut down everything within the United States. And so we're here for them. And now we're here for everybody else who went back to work and those who want their children to have someone to help them with their learning abilities and everything. So we're here for them.
Okay, so now tell me a little bit about what the setup is like. Parents drop the children off, they do the math, they do the temperature checks, they do the social distancing, and then you have staff that help with the curriculum. Is that how it works?
Yes, yes. Every student here has to have a mask. They have to have their temperature checked when they first get in. Before they can even come in, we have to make sure their temperature is okay, because if not, they have to go back home with mom.
Okay.
Okay?
Or dad.
Yeah, or dad, mom or dad, who's ever the parental person for that day. And then, of course, they get themselves ready. We give them breakfast.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we provide breakfast for our students here. And then, of course, they get themselves set up with their Chromebooks, ready to start class, whatever time their school starts.
Okay.
And then we watch and make sure that they're online with their teacher.
Okay.
So the teacher can see us walking by, and most of them know, and they'll call us and say, you know what, you need to make sure so-and-so and so-and-so.
So paying attention, is tuned in. But that's what we need. I know that before we started our broadcast, you and I were just talking about the piece that's missing when parents have to work. Maybe they're working from home, but that whole connection, that tender loving care that we're used to having in the classroom, but I feel like the YWCA is helping fill that gap as far as having loving instructors on staff here and members of your team who give them that attention.
It is so vital. I can tell you, when a child is 5, 6, 7 years old, that child does not know it's a pandemic going on around here. They're looking at us like, Chromebook? What's a Chromebook? They're used to iPad and people's telephones and just going like this, but now there's a structure to this and why you have to do this. And what I find most adorable and still very loving, and that's why I know children still need that human touch, is even though they're with their Chromebooks and they're watching the teacher, it's like even when they want to just get up and go to the bathroom, of course they have to ask us to go, because we have to make sure everything is good and safe for them. They'll just get up and snuggle up next to us and ask, and they still want that hug and that love, and then to go and then come back, and then they're looking at us, and I just love it because we still need that human touch.
Yes.
And a child that young still needs that human touch, and that is also what we provide.
Here at the YWCA of Northwest Indiana.
That's right, somebody to tell you. Sometimes you just want somebody to tell you something good.
Yes. So now we've talked about the children, our future here in the city, but that doesn't negate all of the other amazing programs that are still taking place here at the Y. We want people to know about them because I know when we last did our broadcast, we talked about the hesitancy that some have about, we know, coming in public and things like that, but those who so desire, I mean, it's right after Labor Day, people have health goals, they want to be able to go to an environment that's safe where they can do their workouts and socialize with fellow seniors and other members. So I need to tell you or ask you, Karen, to share with everybody else what we know to be true about the YWCA of Northwest Indiana and the programs you have here and the equipment and the facilities that are available to our public.
Right. Well, of course, we still have to follow all the CDC guidelines, and we have to still follow the governor's orders for seniors and congregate meals. He still has put everything off until the end of September.
Okay.
So we still cannot have Meals on Wheels here at the Y, but we still can have people come in, our seniors, to use the fitness center. You can still come here and swim. Did I say swim?
You said swim.
I thought I said
I've done
swim.
it. Gonna do it again.
That's right, I did say swim. You can still come here and swim, and you can use our fitness center. So you can just come on out. Still same thing, you must wear your mask, you must have your temperature taken, and of course, always the hand washing. And all of that's being done. And so we have seen an increase in our membership. People are coming out more and more.
Okay.
And we still have line dancing on Wednesdays from 11:30 until 1:30.
Oh, I gotta
So-
jump in on a line dancing class.
Yeah, so that's still a lot of fun. So, there's still ways to still get out. If you only want to come out once a week to the line dance, just come out.
Bring your mask.
Just bring your mask.
Spread out, because are they in the gymnasium?
Here in the gym.
Plenty of room. Move
Plenty of room.
around. And that's the other piece to this, Karen, if I might add, as far as protecting ourselves, not just to say from the pandemic, but I mean any types of ailments that may be on the horizon. I feel like the working out component and getting your body moving and
Right.
upping your immunity, that's part of the service that the Y provides through its programs for exercising. Would you agree?
Oh, absolutely. Because like everything else, a healthy body, a healthy mind is a healthy you. And for most of us, if we knew we were going to live to be as old as some of us are, we would have taken better care of ourselves.
Yes.
So we can take better care of ourselves at the YWCA. That's what we're here for.
Yes, and speaking of being here, we all know that you all have, not you personally, but this movement has been here for 100 years. And next month is the big month where we actually begin to mark that milestone. And I'm so excited to be along for the ride on that. So you got to give us an update on that. We've been working behind the scenes.
Yes, you have. I am truly, truly so excited for Northwest Indiana, and particularly for Gary, Indiana, that this organization will be 100 years old in October of next year. That is absolutely, I don't know what 100 feels like, but if I was 100, you all couldn't tell me nothing.
Nothing.
Like nothing. And so I am just so absolutely ecstatic that the YWCA in Gary will be 100 years old.
So what can we expect? I know we have a series of different things going on for the next year, right?
Yes, we're gonna roll right into 2021. I am just gonna speak it into the atmosphere that the pandemic will be over next year.
Speak it, I receive it.
Yes, and we'll be able to have our gala in person next year. But this year, we're gonna have a virtual gala.
All right.
Which will be held October 31st at noon. And more information will be coming out about that. And you know what? Our theme for this year is Y100. YWCA Years Matter.
That's awesome.
And
Because
we'll
you
give you
do
some more
matter.
about that. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, we matter more than you can even think about. But we'll give you some more on that later.
Absolutely.
Just a
I would
tidbit.
just And as a matter of fact, we're convening later on tonight to talk about the progress. We have our artwork coming down the line and just all the different programs that we want to do on a month-to-month basis where all of you can get involved. But we wanted to get on today to just start encouraging people to give, because you got to talk about the overall goal, because a building that's been here for this amount of time certainly deserves and needs some loving care, and we want to do some things through fundraisers to get that done.
Absolutely, absolutely, because that is what the virtual gala is about. We'll be 100 years old, the organization, but this building will be 20 years old. And so we want to raise $100,000.
We can do it.
Oh, absolutely, we can do it. And if somebody want to do it in one lump sum, we might guess go
Come
right
on
ahead.
down and write a check. We'll take your temperature and put your mask on and write a check.
Yes, and with all the wonderful women who are part of our team, who are the people who are working with us to make this happen, kudos to them, because it is a labor of love. And I just want to say to all the women who went before us, and the former mayor who's no longer with us, William Hodges, his wife. She was the founder who went and got the money to start the YWCA. Her name was Cassie Hodges. And her husband, the third mayor of the city of Gary, who now their family members are Hodges and Davis Law Firm, still in Northwest Indiana.
Still here.
You guys are going to be hearing from all of them. We are going to take a look back. And
Stroll down memory lane.
we're going to take right down memory lane.
I love it. Even back over to the previous location where the Y was located, off Broadway 6th and Broadway, in that area. I remember going into the parking lot to the bank and still seeing the entrance to the Y as a little girl as I went to the bank with my mom. There's a lot of history, and there will be a lot of lessons that we will all learn about our city and the great people who have contributed to it. And it's just great to see that the Y is still thriving. But we need their help, right?
We need their help. We need their sponsorship. We need your donations. All my white team people out there, and I know you're still out there. The Hawaii, the white team. I know you're out there. So we're going to be looking for you to be part of who we are. And being that we are virtual, we can go anywhere in America and all over the world. We are going to be global. So just think about everybody that you know from this area. And if you want to give the hometown a big push and a big she-ra, we'll be looking for it.
She-ra, I love it. So I'm going to stop here, Karen. We don't want to give them too much, but just know that we will be kicking off the 100th anniversary celebration with the virtual gala, and then we have so many more great activities in store. I've heard something about walkathon, bikeathon, swimathon, highlighting female-owned businesses, because we do focus on entrepreneurship here, so you know I'm excited to work on that.
Absolutely.
Part of our mantra also is definitely eliminating racism. We will have all types of conversations and individuals coming in to talk about, not just talk about it, but tackle the issues that need to be addressed in our communities and beyond, and just so much more. So I want to thank you as an executive director. I know you wear many hats. You are very busy, but you always take time out to let everybody know what's taking place at the Y, because when they know, they can get involved and they can give. Any final words for our listeners and viewers about how amazing the YWCA of Northwest Indiana is?
Well, first of all, thank you, Chelsea, so much for being here for us. And you know what? Amazing grace. And I always think about, when I think about the Y, I think about that song that Aretha Franklin sang when she says, my soul looks back and wonder how I got over.
Yes.
Well, when I think about the Y, that's what I think about,
Yes.
how I got over. How the YWCA got over for 100 years.
And more to come. Thank you
More to
so
come.
much for
More to
tuning
come.
in. It's been
Thank
your
you.
girl, Chelsea Whittington, with the one and only phenomenal Karen Jones of the YWCA of Northwest Indiana, located right here in the beautiful city of Gary. If you are interested in a membership, give us a call at 219-881-9600. 9922. Make sure you continue to follow us on Facebook. We'll be back soon with more updates. Thanks again, and we'll see you